The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Minnesota Vikings. This is taken about 7 yards deep. A little juke. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll look to throw here on first down. Escapes the defender. Touchdown, Vikings! Deshaun Jackson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Carlson now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit. All right, now lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Dumping it off for Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit. Detroit.
Now Rosen to throw on second down. Caught by Nelson left side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
On second down, Rosa. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
From the red zone now, here's Rosen on first down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
Gun! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On second down, here's Rosen. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he powers his way up past the 30. The tackle made there by Linval Joseph.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On play action, Rosen. And he finds Seals Jones complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now it's Rosen. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And now running right through it. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Go. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Gone! Detroit!
And now it's Rosen looking. That's caught over the middle by Seals-Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Now a handoff, Johnson. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. And, Johnson dinged up a bit. Still down. Hopefully nothing serious. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
To throw is Rosen. Throw right side, going to be caught by Seals-Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Over! All right, here we go. 3-19.
This is Logan. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now let's go. 3-19. Gone.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kelvin Benjamin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. Hauschka with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now out comes Minnesota. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
They'll drop the throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. And it's third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. He'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3-and-out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
On the return is Peterson. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that's caught left side. Seals Jones with it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
They'll run it here with Logan. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Here's Rosen. His throw incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Now Rosen looking to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. Back deep to return it is Lucky Whitehead. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
They start the drive with Cook. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. able to get away. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
They'll look to throw here. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. First grab so far for Diggs. It's a first down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20.
Detroit!
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Cook following the penalty. And an alley to run. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. It's a gain of 3, and it sets him up with 2nd and just 2 yards to go. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Hurry up, here we go.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
No. Check. Patriot.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Here's Matt Weil now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. Shifts free at the 15. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Now a play fake here on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. They pitch it out to Cook. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. On play action, they'll throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Trey Boston. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Now a handoff looking right. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Lucky 56.
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On the carry, it's Logan. And some nifty running there. Ultimately, it doesn't get him a whole lot, but it does take him to the 45. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun, 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 gun.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green.
On first down, it's Rosen. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Rosen to throw. Off the screen pass, that's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now Rosen on first down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. He's at the 50, 30, 20. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
On the tackle that time, it's Trey Waynes. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Lucky 56. All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL, because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a Turkey Bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
On 3rd down, Rosen. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
That one goes for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up to throw. And incomplete here on third down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. A give. This is Cook. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They run it again with Cook. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard! Leopard! Hey, watch the screen! Watch the screen! Watch the screen!
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he spins through. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
From the gun, it's Rosen. But he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Rosen on 1st and 10. Throwing right side, that's complete. Demaryius Thomas. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Blue 90! Blue 90!
Again, it's Rosen. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Hurry up, here we go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Gone, gone! Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
Here we go. It's Rosen on 4th down. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Detroit! Let's go, D.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. A toss to Cook. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
He'll look to throw. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Jordan Phillips breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. The Vikings on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 16.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Handoff comes to Cook. Cook stripped. The ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Here's Matt Wild now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Now it's Peterson. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Gone, 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 gone. All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They go play action here on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Ricky Seals-Jones, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And some room to roam now. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Lucky 56.
Rosen will throw. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They run with Logan. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a gain of 7 on the ground, but they'll be faced with 3rd and long.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
On 3rd down, it's Logan. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.